just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth. That Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that. That Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room. She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that. As a man, if I had laid down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, so by statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who would choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on the course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her $20-30 million and walked into the sunset, people. She should have never gotten on the stand and created further liability for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man sent to prison for his life. She made a mistake when she got on the stand, people. She made a mistake when she got on the stand and lied about the events with Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard is a victim of Cassandra Ventura. Clayton Howard didn't ask to be in a relationship with Cassandra Ventura while she was sleeping with numerous men per week. I get it. You all think I was a nasty male prostitute sleeping with women, all different women all the time. It actually didn't work like that. To have certain types of people that can pay you that well, what you really have to do is you have to focus on people who are affluent. And affluent people don't engage in activities like that. So I might have had a client once a month. The truth is I was only a male escort for 2 years. I continued in the profession because Cassie and Diddy continued to pay me very well. And I was an ex-con. I needed money. Yes, I was trapped in a situation. I'll admit that. I didn't know what to do. But does that mean I should be victim shamed because the same thing that happened to women all the time happened to me as a man? No. And for those women out there, for you black women who choose to shame me as a black man for telling my truth, you should be ashamed of yourself.
So somebody is suing her.
Yes.
They suing her and Diddy.
One of the freak dudes. One of the dudes said.
One of the escort niggas.
Yes. She manipulated him.
Wow.
Her and Diddy. Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly.
Took advantage of this man. Made him jack off for hours and hours and hours.
What?
Yeah, he said he was crying. He was sad.
Now he make that noise, man. So he like 6'6". She made him do it. She pulled a pistol out, pulled a 38 out.
And,
Like,
and he said that she gave him something.
what? Oh, she gave him the package.
Yeah, well, something. They ain't say what it was, but
Oh,
you know.
Sometimes you take your bag, you take your money, you take your $30 million and you leave and you close the door quietly. We talk a lot about closing the door quietly over here. And I do believe the fact that Cassie had something else to say post verdict may have placed a target on her back. What are your thoughts?
Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot.
Right, you got 30 mil.
I was itching when I left there last time."
Got
I think
cauliflower
the
on
fact that she came out and poked her head out like a groundhog has possibly caused her to be a sitting duck. Because as of today, Clayton Howard, a male escort, has filed a
You done fuck the old Rob from What's Happening looking ass nigga.
Tippy turtle. Tippy turtle face ass nigga.
lawsuit against Cassie, claiming she gave him an STD and aborted their
It's like Jay Chappelle.
pregnancy without his
bro,
knowledge,
cousin.
without his permission. Clayton, come on now. Clayton, quit playing with me. Because I know damn well you know and I know. I'm sorry, y'all. You know and I know. Cassie did not want a baby with you. But Cassie, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You testified under oath that it was consensual. They have exhibits that they entered into the court as evidence of you initiating freak offs, of you directing and guiding. And sometimes, y'all, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Cassie, you had the favor of the public opinion after you left that courtroom. You needed not say nothing again. I'm sorry.
Because you know she came back and made a statement to the judge. Please don't let him go. I fear for my life.
That's what she said?
That's what she said.
God damn.
She's like, please don't.
Oh, I didn't know that, son. And that's
People,
they like, what? Like, oh, all right.
because I mean, Diddy is a little bit crazy. Meaning,
If he blow up Kid Cudi car,
that was
Allegedly.
No, that he was proven not guilty of that. That's slander. He would not blow up Kid Cudi car as far as we know.
right, that we heard.
Right, that we heard. You know what I'm saying? But apparently she was she was saying that she's afraid.
If he
she'll
come
never
home.
go. She want him to give the max.
Damn.
You know, and all this other stuff. But if you ask me, I think she's closer to a conspirator.
No doubt.
Sorry. Just because a lawyer says to do something doesn't mean they're right. My background is in organizational psychology with a specific focus in behavioral modification. I would have told her, we're not saying one word. We're going to wait. We're going to let the smoke clear. We're going to be quiet. I strongly believe because Cassie has something to say, and now people know that she got that money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. They're going to come for you, Cassie, because he was found not guilty. They're going to come for you, and they're going to strip and rob and attempt to take every penny of that $30 million.
Sort of like she did to Diddy. Is what you saying? Something like that?
Something like that.
That you received. And you know what?
Who grandma?
I don't know why she made this cut, but it's funny to me.
No, she
We
like,
got to
that's
base
over.
it on the law. We have to base it on the law. When Cassie received $20 million from Sean Diddy Combs, that was her justice. Cassie chose a civil lawsuit over criminal charges. That was her justice. That was her freedom to choose within the legal parameters that she had of how she wanted to approach her case. When Cassie received $10 million from the Intercontinental Hotel, she utilized the flexibility and the freedoms that were that she rightfully deserves, right, within the legal system. So if we're gonna base it by law, I need you to sit back, take your feelings out of the equation. And if we're talking law, he has every right to sue as a victim.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm saying. Because some
He was victimized.
Yeah, it was all
Whose
that.
fault was that, Puff? No, it was your
Nah,
fault.
yeah.
I didn't come here for this. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying?
Nah.
He was afraid.
Yeah, for his life.
For his life, he was afraid.
Even though he's 6'5", 6'6",
So what? But
she took it from him.
men and women are equal. None of that matters.
Yes, we're feminists,
And there's two of them, and they're clearly into violence.
no doubt.
They be fighting and yelling and all that stuff.
So we see.
And they forced this money on me and forced me to shake off until it hurt. And
Right.
I was raw.
Right. And then caught something on top of that. That could be life altering. Not could be. That's life altering.
Yeah. And the emotional scars of deleting my child.
What?
That's what it
Yeah.
said.
Yes. Good. You was quick on your feet.
you
was
were going to
good.
say, he ain't no victim. Well, that's what the people are saying about Cassie. Now, do you see how this thing is convoluted and it becomes complicated? Like I was telling you, well, you need to choose. I ain't choose. I'm telling you, it's complicated.
It's the same thing.
And you're going to say, hold up, Clayton, because you.
All he wanted to do was come there and get paid.
Right.
He was willing to do the freak off, but he ain't want to leave or nothing.
Right. No.
That's abuse. They ain't beat him, but what
Right.
if it's something he can't get rid of?
And he gave her his seed.
Right.
He gave her his seed. He wanted
that emotionally. So.
Yes. And internally.
He ain't come there for that. He ain't come there for that. And he was manipulated. He probably was a young man too. Probably very young.
We feel sorry for him.
We do. He's
And
probably
this
very
need to
young.
be-
How old was he? 20?
40.
Probably 40 now. He probably was 20. I'm telling you.
don't
He was
know.
a young man. He probably was around Cassie age.
Consented. Well, now he's a victim. And he's coming after Cassie. He's also coming after Diddy, but I think his primary target is Cassie.
Yeah.
And I think he's going
Because she the one that gave it to him.
Right.
Mind you, they never said did he actually with the dudes.
But did he orchestrated it?
Exactly.
So he part of it.
He gets
Yeah,
sued
yeah,
too.
yeah,
But
for
she the
another
one
20.
that infected him.
Right.
And I bet you if the courts forced him to pull medical records, she probably already knew she had something.
Damn.
How much you want bet? Allegedly. Allegations. I don't know.
What do we know?
What do we know? But she did say she kept getting infections and stuff.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, she was getting mad jizz put in her.
Right. Well, on her.
On her. If she's impregnated,
Random Johnsons. The
peed on.
They had another
All right,
claim.
man, we're gonna stop, man.
to get something. But because he's claiming that Cassie gave him, not Diddy, Cassie gave him an STD
Wow. Knowingly.
Because that, you know what I'm saying? Because Diddy, they didn't touch.
Right.
It was Cassie.
Right. So dude in there with Cassie, and he probably like, yo, what's that right there? What's that bump right there?
Probably one of them. The lights was low.
Right. Nah, he like, she like this? Don't worry about it. It's a shave. I was shaving. Like, what?
Smell like fish.
infected him. Now, let me ask you something. Had it been a man in any situation, we're not talking about the celebrity status of it all, but had a man knowingly slept with different women
What?
and did not protect themselves,
Yep.
did not be, or was not proactive in protecting himself, and gave STDs to different men, what would be your thought? I mean, to different women, what would be your thought?
They cook his ass.
If it were a
They would cook
man
him.
that was sleeping with different women and freak offs and giving them STDs, what would be your thoughts? Because now you have this male escort that said, although the government did not call me and qualify me as an expert witness, listen, this girl slept with me. She gave me an STD. And not only that,
And he was mentioned. They didn't call him. I think because if they called him, he would have said this.
Right.
Lock both their ass up, nigga. 'Cause
Right.
Look at my...
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got a goddamn foot going off the end of my joint.
Lock them all up.
listen, oh my God. He's saying she aborted their baby without his permission.
Well, that's really nothing. He that's just something.
That's got to be proven. That's got to be
But even
proven.
if it is the truth, you know, my body, my choice, the whole thing.
Yeah.
it's
So
really-
on her. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
on him.
Now, Clayton, I'm going to need you to come forward to the altar on this good old Thursday, Sunday.
You better not victim shame, Clayton.
Wrong. This is 4th of July.
Right, it's the 4th of July now. But you better not victim shame, Clayton.
Right.
Clayton is an innocent victim.
Yes.
Or what's Dave or whatever this nigga name is.
Yes. Clayton.
Don't be mean to this nigga.
Yes.
Don't make other victims afraid to come forward. Because we know it's at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 more.
Yes.
Anyway, here we go.
You and I both know damn well Cassie did not want a baby by you. But however, Cassie, he's a victim. And listen, some people are going to say to y'all, I need you to keep that same energy. And that's why I keep saying over here, we hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits, because I said, women, be very, very careful. Be very careful. It's a tricky game of how you present yourself when you say, listen, I ain't going to even get into it today. We have to be careful as women. Either we're in charge and we're equal, or we're not equal.
That's all I'm trying to say.
It's that simple.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Hey, baby, that's very direct. Very blunt to the point.
Can you do everything a man can do or not?
Mm-hmm. And be held accountable for it.
Plain and simple. Nobody can control my... There's no way in the hell I can claim some woman controlled my mind, therefore I'm not guilty of a crime. But she controlled my mind and I just couldn't... I'm so afraid.
Right. She made me jack off for hours and it was bleeding. It was raw.
It was raw and I just couldn't... But I couldn't leave her either. I couldn't leave her and her billions of fucking dollars.